Hey guys, my name is Jordan with everybody, and this is a Fnaf theory video. But, okay guys, keep in mind this is unscripted, so it's a bit unprofessional and crap, and I'm not completely sure if it'll animate it or not. You know what, I might not. Point being, so, the whole Fnaf thing, the pizzeria, personally, I have played all the Fnaf games. I've never put, any footage on my channel, but I've played all of them. It hurts for me to say it, but I have played all the FNAF games, and some of them, specifically the newest one that's come out, Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, and made me think more about doing this theory. So I was thinking about this theory originally, and this whole thing, the backwards timeline, is what I'm calling it. So let's start off with Pizzeria Simulator. Since, I mean, it's more of a modern thing. Okay, so it's actually a less modern thing. It seems more like it's in the 70s or the 80s, depending on the music, the style, everything that's there. And it just got me thinking more. So I think that the timeline goes backwards. This also makes sense since um that because people have theorized that FNAF 2 is actually the sequel to FNAF 1, even though it was released after. It still technically comes first in the timeline. That only proves my theory more, but does have some holes in it. So before this, Sister Location was released, and Sister Location, I don't have a lot of this. Okay, just hear me on this. I don't think that the timeline goes backwards. I think it's more like the games go backward in the timeline, and sometimes it's, yeah, whatever. But the order is the games but backwards, but FNAF 2 is ahead of FNAF 1 or before. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm okay. So what's gonna happen here is in Sister Location originally. So Henry creates baby, takes the daughter, blah blah blah, scooping, whatever. Though the animatronics are more like designed better. I feel since it was like that in the Pizzeria Simulator, I think it got less modern. I think FNAF lost its budget in every single thing, and also this works in Pizzeria Simulator because there are a bunch of lawsuits that you have to deal with at times. So that happens, and so let's go back to FNAF World. My theory on FNAF World is that it's just an arcade game that you can actually play in any Five Nights at Freddy's or Freddy Fazbear's Entertainment establishment, or at the time that I'm talking about it, well, meh. Point being, that was barely a thing. So, FNAF 4 was before that, and this was after the bite of '87. That being that Sister Location and FNAF World were actually around that time, because since Pizzeria Simulator was around the 70s, at least I theorized, or the 80s, even with the animatronics being crap, yeah. Since that happened, Foxy didn't do it. It was the Golden Bear, remember? FNAF 4 or and crap. So it's just a kid got bit. So what happened was after that. Okay, so FNAF 3. So Springtrap, everything, blah blah blah. Since all the terrible crap that has happened up to that, they decided they could make it into a horror establishment. Mike laughed and said, "Hey, might as well do this, CEO of Fnaf. Cool." Well, he did. Needless to say, it was a thing. But some kind of went wrong with everything burning down. So FNAF 2 comes around. The budget has lowered because of all the crazy stuff that's happened. But what they decide to do, they say, "Hey, you know what? We should do all this crap and make our animatronics better so stuff doesn't happen. We're still gonna go with the spring lock suits. You know what? It doesn't matter. People died." So there are definitely people who died from the spring lock suits. All the animatronics. And the animatronics from the first game. I don't know how I would explain that. I said it had some holes in it. That could be easily explained, though. I mean, there are some situations. So, yeah, there are a few holes, but I actually think those could have been from the third establishment. Like those extra parts bin. I think those were what they were working on originally. So, but after the accident, what they did is they took parts from the second game animatronics and then rebuilt them into FNAF 1 animatronics. And that's what they had to do because their budget was so low because of all the lawsuits and crap. And FNAF 1 is where, like, basically the end, I guess, of the FNAF series. And, kind of weird, too. But FNAF 1 is when the budget is low, all the animatronics are basically crap. It's really, really weird there. Also, some of the crap proves this. Since you're a child in FNAF 4, like, you could say, see, I think Michael and Jeremy, the two security guards, are actually, like, friends. And they change being security guards at different, they're interchangeable at different security guards in different places. And FNAF 4, you're a kid, okay? And FNAF 3, I'd say you're like a teenager just taking up a job to get enough money to do whatever. Because even the phone guy is actually a teenager if you're not counting the pre-recorded messages. And, so, even with that, in FNAF 2, he sounds like an adult or a young adult. I think more an adult or like in his 20s. And I think in FNAF 1, it's like the 40s or like still in the 20s and 30s, around there, because I think he has more of a energetic nature, but at the same time, he seems really nervous about things. I don't know. You should just listen to the audio. Point being, this is my FNAF backwards timeline thing. It's kind of not that complicated. I mean, at least it's not complicated as the Zelda timeline. They weren't even, the thing wasn't even supposed to have a timeline, yet they just kind of put it together. Point being, this video is done. This is kind of stupid and rushed out quickly. Anyway, guys, my name is Jordan, Fluffy Bunny, and Fluffy Bunny,